Hey everyone, I'm Sam from Bio Cosplay. Today we're taking a look at the SH Figuarts Mina Ashiro from Kaiju number 8. I want to be excited for this one, but Ichikawa was pretty terrible, so my hopes aren't super high. Hopefully this one will be alright though, since the main poses will be holding the big gun, so as long as she can do that, hopefully it'll be pretty good. Here's a look at the packaging. Very similar to Kaiju number 8 and Ichikawa's packaging, but this one has an off-white background. There's a picture of the figure on the front. It has the caution tape and halftone design. Picture of the figure on the side and the bottom, and a tiny one on this side. And then some poses on the back. Here she is out of the package. I think she looks pretty good. This depiction of Mina is a lot better than what they did with Ichikawa. I thought the faces on Ichikawa weren't super accurate, but I think they've done a better job here. Taking a closer look at the face here, the eyes are done really well. Some nice details on the face. I like the hair sculpt. She has these little accessories in her hair, and those are painted cleanly. There's a nice flow to the ponytail. Just like Ichikawa, the shoulder pads emblems are printed on there very cleanly. The paint on the collarbones and on the neck here, that's very clean and looks nice. The green on the chest is painted cleanly, and she's got some nice sculpted details in the suit. I think a little bit of shading would have been nice, but I think it's fine without it. The silver zipper going up the front, that also looks very nice. On the back, there's a lot more going on here with the spine and shoulder blade details. I like the way that looks. On the arm, she has green elbow pads, and then the cuffs. Again, I think these could have used a little bit of a wash or shading or something. Maybe some panel lining to bring out those sculpted details. And down at the belt, she has some pouches on one side and a pistol on the other. Unfortunately, just like Ichikawa, this is just molded in here. You can't pull the gun out. It would have been nice if she could use that to pose with. I don't love when action figures have just sculpted on accessories that aren't useful, like weapons that are just sculpted in their holsters. It's not great, but it's fine. And then at the legs, these straps sculpted underneath the suit here looks really nice. And it's painted cleanly. I think that's a nice effect they achieved there. Another pouch that continues around to the back. And then at the knees, she's got the green knee pads, and then coming down to the boots. The top of the boot portion that's painted here isn't great. It could have used another coat of paint there. You can see the gray plastic coming through. And this one at least isn't even connected to the boot. There's a bit of a gap there. Again, with the boots, could have used a wash or something to bring out the details. Otherwise, pretty similar to Ichikawa's. So, aesthetically, so far, I think she's okay. The articulation could make or break it for me, but I think she looks like Mina, so that's good. A good start. On to articulation at the head. Well, I wanted to just pop the head off, but I popped the whole neck off. All right, at the head, there is a double ball peg, and then, as you can see here, a ball peg at the neck. All right, I got that all put back together. So looking up, she can look up. Not a ton. And look down pretty well. Since there's all those ball pegs, you do get a lot of side-to-side leaning and can move around all sorts of other ways, so that's pretty good at least. At the ponytail, there's a ball hinge, so you can swivel and hinge this around. That'll be nice for some dynamic poses. At the shoulders, the arms will move up all the way, but the shoulder pad does kind of get in the way a little bit. Luckily, it's a flexible material, so it kind of gets out of the way and will form to the arm just a smidge. I don't know if these will distort over time, though, if you have this arm raised for an extended period. And you can see here where the shoulder pad kind of tabs in underneath the torso there. There's a butterfly joint, and with that, you can bring the arm forward a little bit more. And that's what it looks like in the back when it's out. It comes out quite a bit, but doesn't let the arm come super far across the chest. Well, if we angle the arm up a bit, that's a bit better. And then back a bit as well, and you can shift that around. I believe there's this is kind of like an L shape where it comes in, and then there's a ball peg down in here. There's a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that give very good range, ball hinges at the wrist that are only limited by bumping into the wrist armor there, but that won't limit it too much. And then here's where Ichikawa was terrible. With the diaphragm, she'll lean back a pretty good amount. Not a ton, but not terrible. And forward, none. None at all. Awful. At the waist, with both the diaphragm and the waist, rather. An okay amount there. And terrible, again, nothing. No articulation forward at all. Why are these figures terrible at leaning forward? It's fine. It's fine. And then there's some swivel on both of those, and no side-to-side tilt either. Nothing. Just a little wiggle at the waist. But the pouches are on a double ball peg, so you can shift those and move those around. So is the gun. Again, I wish that was an accessory that actually came out and you could pose her with, but whatever. The hips don't go out very far at all. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Why are these figures such a bad time? Okay. Reassembled the hips. I guess not. So that piece keeps falling out. We're just going to proceed without it. The hips will go out this far. I'll put her pouch back on. She's got another pouch here with the double ball peg. There's a bit of a drop down on the hips. I don't love a drop down on the hips because sometimes it can get loose, but these don't post super well anyway. She'll kick forward pretty well, so that's good. Back a little bit. Bumps into the sculpted butt cheek and has to come out at an angle. These things keep falling off. Here's a thigh swivel. Double jointed knees. Get alright range. Then at the ankles, I kind of hate how this armor is attached because this is on the tiniest ball peg in the world, and if it balls off, then it's just gone forever. The ankle will move back that much. Forward this much. This shifts around on that tiny little ball peg. There is an ankle rocker and a bit of a toe hinge. So the articulation Just like Ichikawa leaves something to be desired. The arms are pretty good. The rest, the torso is just terrible. Just awful. You can't lean forward at all. What are they doing? What is this? The hips aren't great. The legs otherwise are fine. For accessories, these fist hands will come on her in the package, a pair of open hands, and a pair of gripping hands. For faces, she has the neutral face on her in the package, and then she also comes with these three faces, the kind of VR apparatus face for firing the gun, an angry face, and these kind of wider kind eye faces. These all look good. The eyes are really nice on all of them. They've got the slight gray shading on the top of the eye and a white dot for some reflection of light. I think these look nice. And then the way this face will work is we'll situate this piece behind her underneath the arms and then pop on the face. You don't need the front hair piece for this one because it's sculpted on there. And then these two little tabs will connect to where her accessories are plugged in back here. Kind of slot on like this. Oop. There we go. And I think that looks pretty cool. She'll also come with her big cannon, and then the barrel is a separate piece that you just slot into the front there. This is a nice gunmetal. There's some text printed on this little section here. Some more little decals on the top and on the front of the barrel. I like this overall. I think this looks nice. Also a decal on the back there. There she is holding the cannon, and she holds this well. It's a little front heavy, but the good news with her not being able to bend forward at all and having some range back is that you can bend her back a little bit to counterbalance it. Oop. But then if you are having any issues with balancing it or want to have her pose like reloading it with one of the hands and not supporting it, then it does come with this little stand to rest the barrel on, and that'll assist with that, and should also help prevent any shelf dives. So it's good that they included that. I do think she looks cool with the cannon. I'll probably have her pose like this, since it's not like dynamic poses are really an option. And finally, she'll come with a face for Kaiju number 8, where he's looking off to the side, which is very similar to a face he already came with, where he's looking to the side. So this new one, he just has a bit wider eyes. Not the best extra face. The one that came with Ichikawa was better. For size and comparisons, Amita's standing at about 5¼ inches tall, and her cannon is about 7 inches long. Here she is with the SH Figuarts Reno Ichikawa and Kaiju number 8. I had Ichikawa posed on the shelf for a bit, and you can see now that his shoulder pads are just sort of distorted and splayed out. So that's not great. I assume the same thing would happen to Mina if you left her in a pose for a while. For a couple of much better female SH Figuarts figures, here's the Naru Top 99 Sakura from Naruto and Yuzuriha from Hell's Paradise. Then for a couple of domestic figures, here's the NECA Last Ronin Michelangelo and Marvel Legends X-Men 97 Nightcrawler. Overall, I don't know if I can recommend this one. She's better than Ichikawa for sure. That's mainly due to the giant cannon that looks cool, and she can hold it well, but that's kind of the only pose you're going to get her in. It's just disappointing because it could be so much better. Coming from the Naruto line to this, Ugh, the Naruto figures are so much better than the Kaiju number 8 line so far. I mean, Kaiju number 8 himself is pretty good. Ichikawa's terrible. Mina is. She's fine. This isn't a figure that I'm like, this is such a fun figure to hold and pose. Everyone should try this figure. It's just like, I guess if you want Mina, this is the best one because it's the only one. So it'll be all right. Ichikawa's like, don't even bother. It's trash. So I'm just a little bit disappointed still. I don't know. I didn't even order Hoshina because it looks like he's just on the Ichikawa body and it's not going to be great. I have Kikaru and Kaiju number 9 pre ordered. I'm really hoping they fix some of the torso stuff for Kikaru. Otherwise, poses with the axe are going to be a rough time. And I hope Kaiju number 8's good. If both of those are bad, I'm not getting any more of them. I was going to get all the figures. I was so excited for Kaiju number 8. I love Kaiju number 8 so much. So I just wish they could be a bit more consistent across all the lines. Like I said, Naruto line, fantastic. Dragon Ball line, pretty good most of the time. This one, it's not looking great so far. Let me know if you're going to get this figure or Ichikawa. I think if you want a Kaiju number 8 figure from this line, just get Kaiju number 8. He's the best one. He poses well, he looks cool. And then Mina, if you really want her, don't bother with Ichikawa. He's not good. The gun is very cool. If I did the accessories before the articulation, I would have been more excited for the gun. But the articulation is it just kind of kills it for me because that's what I enjoy most with action figures. Otherwise, I just get a statue. Sorry for the rants. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it more than I did. And I'll see you next time.